everybody. Welcome to Stone React. So glad you're here joining us today. So, she's got a new video up that she just posted about 30 minutes ago, but I want to go backwards and dive into this health update video. I did not watch, as I know all of you probably have, but let's just take a quick look at this video and see what's going on with this cyst slash boil, whatever it was. I have a feeling it's probably a cyst, but I don't know. So let's get into it and see what she said in this video. Oh, and I found a compilation video to play in the background as she's speaking because this video just has an image of the cat. So for entertainment purposes, I have put a comp video up as well.
Hi guys, hello guys, how are you? I'm here to provide you with a health update of sorts. I know you've been waiting for that, a lot of you. Sorry for the delay. I've just been sleeping a lot actually, and which I usually do if I'm healing from something. Anything from a cold, a flu.
She does it all the time.
This, whatever it is, abscess, boil, whatever you want to call it. So what happened basically yesterday after my live stream, I'm going to call it an abscess. It had gotten to the point where it was like very painful because of the pressure that was behind it. It was quite large and there was a lot of fluid buildup. And yeah, by the way, if you're grossed out by things like this, just a warning, you might not want to listen to this because it's pretty gross. So basically, and I'm not on camera because I don't feel like getting all ready and everything. I'm just like, yeah, on my bed, just, yeah, draining and everything. So anyways, yeah, I know, nasty. So basically, after I got off live, I said I was going to go to the hospital because it wasn't draining on its own and it was very painful and, you know, could become infected. So, but almost like not long after I got off live, like I had a shower, like a warm shower, and to get like ER fresh, you know, it popped. I don't know if it was like the warm water or what, but like, because I did have a shower earlier that day. You know, I took more frequent showers in the hot water in hopes that that would like weaken the skin.
I have a really hard time believing that she took not only one, but two showers in one day. That is a really hard thing for me to believe because when you're that big, it's quite an effort to put in to wash yourself. And if any of you have watched 600-Pound Life, you will know that it is really, really hard to take a shower and try to wash your body in the right areas. And I'm sure she misses a lot of spots because she can't reach. She's got shorter arms. She's got a very large mid area. So it would present a challenge for her to be able to wash herself properly. What she describes to me sounds so much like a cyst, and I'm not a doctor or anything like that, but years and years ago, a family member of mine had a cyst on their back, and I remember when it popped because I was there, and it smelled horrible. The pus that was coming out of it was like purplish, reddish, I don't know, funky color kind of thing. And yeah, you don't forget it when it happens for sure. So possibly, I don't know if that was the case. It'll be interesting to see if they told her what exactly it was. I know that they at some point told her it's common in Kuwait because of the heat, but we do have to remember that Chantal is death, fat, morbidly obese, and she is not very good at keeping herself clean. So that's a challenge for her. So that can play a factor into all that's going on in her situation with her health.
Because I did have a shower earlier that day. You know, I took more frequent showers in the hot water in hopes that that would like weaken the skin barrier and it would pop on its own just to get some relief, you know, from the pressure buildup. But yeah, it did pop. It was just like, okay, like now's the time. And this is going to be so disgusting. Just like all of this purple, there was no white. It was just like purple, reddish purple fluid that just poured out of it. It was like, it was disgusting. It was a lot of fluid, and it was disgusting. Like the smell is like as if turnips were rotting and festering in the sun for like a week straight. It's disgusting. I can't describe it. It's like a pungent, purulent,
That's rough.
very decaying, gross, disgusting smell. So I stayed in the shower and just let it drain a bit. Then when I got out, I didn't have anything, so I put some paper towel and that got soaked up pretty quick. Like I added a lot and it still got soaked up. So I didn't go to the hospital that night because I'm not going to go into the hospital smelling like that and everything like gross me out. So I would rather honestly die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like it was just
So she decided not to go to the ER or the clinic wherever she would have went for them to check it out because she was afraid that her stench was going to be so overpowering that it would have knocked everybody unconscious, and as to why she did not go and get checked out initially and decided to wait. Um, I think it's more has to do with her embarrassment. She is death, fat, morbidly obese, and when you are in a medical situation, your weight tends to come into conversation because many times these things become worse or become problematic because somebody is obese, because that in itself is a problem and it doesn't help a person heal as quickly, or it might add more complications to the situation, such as not being able to clean yourself properly or care for your wounds properly.
night because I'm not going to go into the hospital smelling like that and everything like gross me out. So I would rather honestly die. Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like it was just, I'm not going to go when it's still draining. So in the morning, Salah took me to the clinic, not the hospital.
Oh, how nice of him.
And they, looked at it, they cleaned it up better. We got a bunch of sterile bandages, like just like huge pieces of sterile gauze. And then when it's draining less, like you just pack it with the gauze, not pack the wound inside because it's actually not, there's not like a hole. So it's just, yeah, it's like, how do I explain it? There's no hole. So like they don't have to pack it.
Okay, that's good.
And this abscess in this area has never had to be packed. So, like that, I did have some abscesses before that needed to be packed, but
So I
this one,
wonder
no.
if it
So
was in the
anyway,
same area.
basically I'm on some oral antibiotics and I just have to, keep it very clean with soap and water, then, use the dressings. And yeah, it's, that's about it. And then take the antibiotics. And if I feel bad and I have a fever or anything like that, you know how they tell you, return to the hospital, maybe I'll need something else. I don't know. Um, so yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Like, I don't really have much else to say. Um, like, I have pretty much, it was like when it popped, it was almost like instant relief. It was just, I feel a lot better in terms of that, but the area is still pretty sore. As it's going to heal, of course it's going to be a bit sore, but, so, and the nurses actually said that, like, these are not uncommon in Kuwait because of how hot it is, and, that can happen. Like, I don't know, it's not really that hot here, so for me, I don't think this was the case. I think my diabetes might just be a complication of my diabetes as well, and, also just, maybe, I don't know, friction from what I wear sometimes. It could be like from shaving, they said. It could be like, but typically, people with diabetes, they do get these abscesses, unfortunately, but more easily. So yeah, I'm just letting it drain out. Still, it's still draining. Like, I have to change these. I'm taking like 2 showers. I'm going to be taking 2 showers a day, but I already took one. I'm about to go take another shower, put fresh gauze. It's the only way I don't feel icky. And, I'm just pretty, like, don't have really good energy. As for my blood sugars were higher when I had the abscess. So, like, right after it burst and I had a shower and everything, I laid down and I took my blood sugar reading, and this was like on fasting, and it was like 16.5 mmol. And,
That's high.
which I don't know with the other conversion it is, but it's easy to Google anyway if you're really that interested. But 16 is high. Like, a normal person without diabetes would have maybe a reading of 5 when fasting. So, yeah, it's more than triple. It was bad. And so I was like, oh no, but my blood sugar tends to be higher when I'm fighting some kind of infection, like when I'm.
So she's trying to convince us that it has to do with her diabetes, possibly. Why don't you get your diabetes under control so then you don't have to worry about continuously getting these types of, oh look, it just showed a picture of one of her boils. But definitely she needs to address the diabetes issue because it causes her problems, but we know she's not going to do that.
So, um, yeah, it's more than triple. It was bad. And so I was like, oh no, but my blood sugar tends to be higher when I'm fighting some kind of infection. Like whenever I had that kidney infection, and I was in the hospital, my blood sugars were like 24, 25, and they were like not letting me out of the hospital until they went down. So they had to give me like a series of insulin. I haven't had my insulin today yet. I usually take that in the evening, but I'm actually super happy that, I did, like I took, so basically I had to eat because I was like, I don't know, like I'm like really hungry, like more than usual, but not for like junk, like the thought of junk, like when I'm sick, it just makes me feel sick,
We'll
obviously, because your
see
body's
what
telling you
she
like,
eats in
give
this
me
next
nutrients to help
video.
heal. So I had some like lentil soup and some mahashi, which is stuffed vegetables with rice.
Yeah,
And
rice.
I know rice,
More
but I was
rice.
just like, that's what I was feeling, like I'm like, I need mahashi, I need stuffed vegetables. So I ate a plate of that and some lentil soup, and then I took my metformin and I had a nap. I woke up a few hours later and I checked my blood sugar, and it was 11 mmol. So that's like 5 points down, which is really, that helps, Um, so yeah, that's still elevated, obviously, but when you're diabetic, you're not gonna have normal blood sugar levels. Um, but they should be lower than that, like, so, but, excuse me, yeah, that's what I had, that's what I did, and that's what my blood sugars are now. So now I'm like so hungry again, and, after my nap, and I'm going to have some, basically I ordered half of a grilled chicken, like just a half of a rotisserie chicken, and has like no sauce or anything on it, and a fattoush salad, which
Love
is
me
just
some
dressed with
fattoush salad.
olive oil and lemon juice. So yeah, that's basically what I'm having. I'm trying really hard to not eat sugars, especially like added sugars and stuff like that. I would say like low carb, but I did have like stuffed rice stuffed vegetables, but I don't know, it just, I'm trying to just not eat as much. Like, they don't stuff the vegetables with like a ton of rice, so maybe that's why, I don't know.
Chantal, I'm very familiar with that meal. We call it by a different name, but many, many of those countries in the Middle East have a variation of that stuffed vegetables with the rice meat mixture. There is a good amount of rice. Don't believe what she's saying. I mean, it's not all rice, but there is a good amount of rice. Okay. Um, Everything she seems to eat involves rice. And I wish she would kind of decrease that intake because you don't need that much carbohydrate. If she had a half a cup or a cup of rice a day, I'd be fine. But she really does overconsume rice.
I don't know, it just, I'm trying to just not eat as much. Like, they don't stuff the vegetables with like a ton of rice, so maybe that's why, I don't know. But yeah, I'm just really trying to watch it now, pretty much. So, um, I don't know. Eventually, when I feel a bit better, I'll, put together a better meal plan and stuff like that, and try to stick to it because I'm just so over feeling like crap. Now, I always say this every time I get sick, and then eventually I just forget that I was sick and go back to my old ways.
Yep,
I don't know what to say about that. All I can
that
say
is the
is,
truth.
Addiction is a real bitch. And
As our excuses.
but regardless, I have to find the strength in me, you know. So anyways, that's another story for another time. Another topic. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to let you guys know, because I know a lot of you were worried about me. You know, knock on wood, but I'm on the mend, hopefully. And yeah, just feeling a bit tired, so worn out, probably from the pain. But that's about it, guys. So thanks for listening. Thanks for your well wishes and everything, and your concern. And I will see you guys when I'm feeling a bit better. Bye.
All right, guys. So that was her health update. So she had either a boil, a cyst, a something. I feel like it sounds like a cyst to me, just because of experience I had in the past with a family member. Actually seeing one. I have no idea. It could. I don't know if she found out what exactly it was, or maybe the doctors didn't give her an actual diagnosis of what it is. I don't know why, but so now we're going to jump into another video of hers that she just posted recently. So here we are on video number 2 that we're going to be reviewing, and this one was posted 2 hours ago, and at this point has 1,462 views, called Wingstop Mukbang, First Time Trying in Kuwait. Now, if you can remember, she was jonesing about this the day before. So as we know, she is a person who repeats the same behaviors over and over again, so we can kind of predict where things are going. We knew when she started jonesing about the Wingstop that she was going to eventually eat it. It doesn't matter if she has medical issues. It doesn't matter if she's got health problems. None of that matters as long as she gets her food. Let's get into it. So she basically drives around the same.
Well, hello, you guys. Hello.
Wingstop.
Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I am trying Wingstop. I'm kind of excited to try it because we don't have a Wingstop where I'm from in Canada. So this is, I believe, a US chain, and I am here. Finally found some parking. As you saw, it's very busy.
She's not
it's
boycotting
just
us
open
anymore.
So that's why it's pretty busy now. It's pretty popular. So, you know, food reviewers of Kuwait are making a hype about it. So I thought I want to jump on the hype and just try for myself. So it's chicken wings. They have chicken wings and strips. I think I'm going to try today. I'm not going to try the fries because fries are fries, you know, like whatever. But it looks really busy and there's like a lot of people. So I don't know how much filming I'll get to do.
I would have preferred if she said, I'm not going to do the fries because you know that's a lot of carbohydrates. I'd rather stick with the protein. That would have sounded like a more realistic response than, you know, French fries are French fries. Really? So that just makes me think that she ordered the French fries but just didn't eat it online.
But I'll definitely be back with the wings very shortly. Yella. It's actually lightly raining, but that's okay. I don't mind. And there it is. Wingstop. All right, you guys, I finally got my order. The whole thing took about, I'm a little sweaty because it's warm and I was standing in line. Well, hey, that gets you exercise. Like dangling a carrot. No, that took about 45 minutes, but like, okay, the line outside took a long time, but once you're inside, it took not too long. Like when they have your order, it didn't take too long. So once I placed my order, it only took about 5 minutes. So it was just waiting in line. I would say maybe more like a half an hour or 40 minutes max. So not too bad. And I got it's free refill drink. So while I was waiting, I went and chugged a Coke Zero, got another Coke Zero.
So are we to believe that she stood for 45 minutes waiting for her food or waiting to order, or the whole process? Was she standing for that 45 minutes? I think that's what she's trying to make us believe. I would think otherwise. I don't know. I would say, well, she could have possibly sat in the car, but that's really only when you go to restaurants and they text you when the food is ready and then you can go in. And I don't think that the takeout places do stuff like that. I know they definitely don't do it here in the States, but it might be something that's done overseas. I'm not sure, but yeah, okay.
Fountain with ice, my favorite. And here it is. Trying Wingstop. All right, so what I ended up getting, it comes with one complimentary dip. So I got ranch. Their ranch is supposed to be life-changing, but okay, we have the spicy Korean barbecue. We're gonna try that first. I think I got the strips, I can't remember. Yes, strips. So I got 3 strips. All right, here's the Korean barbecue strips with the ranch. Let's try. I have my AC blaring because I'm so hot. They're very saucy. Bismillah, beauty bite. They're actually really good.
So let's see. Does that look like real chicken to you or just mashed up?
Good chicken. Nice and tender. The Korean barbecue sauce is not spicy to me. I don't know how to describe it other than like Asian flavor. Let me try the ranch by itself.
Every finger has to be involved. Do you notice that? Every time Chantal eats, every finger gets involved.
Right. It's very mild, but very good. Very clean restaurant. Good service. You guys, you'll never believe what was in my bag. A bunch of gloves.
No way.
So
No way. Gloves? Wow.
let's
Had that
put them
happen.
on for the next event. I wish I knew that. All right.
I have never seen somebody put gloves on to eat, but okay, let's go with it.
Now we got mango habanero regular wings. I'm just trying a couple of flavors. I don't want to overdo it, you know. So I have 1 strip left. We have a ranch for these. It smells mango-y. Yum. All right, let's try this. This is the sauce and the ranch. Ooh. Those have ooh. Those are spicy. Very unique flavor. You can definitely taste the mango, and like I said, they're very spicy.
Look at that. Look at the jizz. Look at the jizz. Wait, we gotta get a good shot. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Come on, feeders. Grab your wanker. Oh, my God. That's just beautiful. Dripping down her face. The chicken just came.
Well, my hijab got ranched.
Yeah, I'm sure it
It's
did.
very messy. That's really good. Now we have a drumette kind because they were mostly flats. I love the flats more.
Yeah, I enjoy the flats more too. I'm with you on that.
So, I would say that I've had better chicken strips for sure. I've even had better ranch. I've had better chicken wings. They kind of taste like they've been reheated. You know that like reheated chicken flavor? But clean hands. The magic. Oh, spicy. That's eyeliner. Waterproof, it won't come off right now. Yeah, so the mango habanero.
She's gonna give us her
pretty spicy.
honest review.
No offense. I've had better wings. And chicken strips. It's not bad. It's not bad. I say give it a try. I don't know. I'll save that strip, I guess, for whenever. But give it a try. You know, if you want to, something new. It's not gross. It's good food. But for the hype, you know, and the weight, I don't know. For me, I don't think it's really worth it. But I don't know. Maybe I'd try the other flavors next time. There was garlic parmesan that looked interesting. Lemon pepper doesn't really appeal to me, honestly, because I don't like, I heard it's like sour. There's Louisiana rub. There's a few others, but Atomic, which is really spicy. So anyways, we'll see. But for now, I just tried those two flavors I really wanted to try. And I really wanted to try the ranch. It's not bad. It's not very strong in flavor, which I was expecting, you know, a bit stronger, but it is one of the better ranches. When it comes to ranch sauce, I like more like thinner than like a thick sauce, you know. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this food review. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna go cry because my tongue is on fire. But I do like that it's free refills. A lot of restaurants do that, but whatever, I like it, some don't. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay, so this was supposed to be a food review, which I didn't see anything that was review like in this video, because normally when you're reviewing food, you have a lot to say about the texture, maybe the crispiness, maybe the temperature, the service. I mean, she does things in a very basic way. She doesn't really get into it. So this is her attempt yet again to do a food review. Tell me your thoughts below. What do you think? And I do read your comments. If you enjoyed the video, do like it. And if you enjoy this content, please subscribe. And I hope that you guys all have a lovely and blessed day.